Dear Fox News, my name is Kara, and I identify as a solitary eclectic Wiccan witch. Now you all know at least one Wiccan. I've seen a few more videos on the sidebar of my YouTube pages that were also addressed to you, so actually by now you should know quite a few. I don't speak for all of us, because we are all individuals. So this is from me, one Wiccan. I'm going to be honest here. I'm late on this video because I didn't know about this, because I don't watch Fox. No one I know watches Fox. Fox News has a reputation for being biased and not portraying things factually, so we don't go to you for our information. So one thing we have in common, I suppose, is that people don't take us seriously. Still, I like to provide opportunities in case you do want to remedy that, so here I am, a real live Wiccan. In the video I saw, which was apparently a partial clip, you all mentioned that you don't know very many Wiccans, or you only know stereotypes about them. So it doesn't really surprise me what you had to say about our religion. But the best way to reduce prejudice is through education, so please, talk to me. Talk to any one of us. It's not ignorant to ask us questions, only if you refuse to learn when it would be very easy to do so. And this video really goes for anyone watching this, not just Fox. Feel free to ask questions, because asking questions is how we learn. And we are all always learning. You don't have to agree with what you learn, just be informed. Now, I'm not so much offended, because we hear things like that all the time, as I am amazed that people continually say things on TV or in person having done no research. Though it's so common now that I'm not really that amazed either. But I am also amazed and not amazed that people still only listen to one side of a story. There are probably people out there who had never heard of Wiccans or pagans, and now the first impression they have is your inaccurate, biased one. That's what bothers me most. Not your personal opinion, but the lack of opportunity for other people to form their own informed opinion. The fact that incorrect information is being given on any and all sides as whole and correct. So I do hope that people realize there are other sources as well. But as I said, we do hear this stuff all the time. It's nothing new. But I don't think that's necessarily a reason to stand by and do nothing about it, because unfortunately, you're not the first ones to say things like this, and you won't be the last. I do want to talk about something that got confused in your conversation, because I noticed the numbers went from 20% of all holidays at UM to being 20 holidays total, which is not the same thing. Though you never did say how many holidays they recognize at UM, at least not in the part that I saw, which I will get to. But we only have 8 major holidays, and we can name them all, as well as their alternate names and when they are, and tell you what they're celebrating. If you counted every full moon, then that would be 21 holidays total. But that's just stretching it to give you the benefit of the doubt. I did find one article from the Washington Times which states that UM recognizes 42 holidays, 8 of which are Wiccan/pagan, 7 Christian, 11 Jewish, and others being from several other faiths. That link will be in the description. And yes, 8 of 42 is in fact 19%, rounded to the nearest whole number. So you just took the number 20 and then spoke incorrectly. And as others have mentioned, some of our holidays would fall over the summer or during breaks that are already given for other holidays. Surprisingly, it took me an extra minute to find an article about this that wasn't from a site with an obvious religious bias, showing that we're not even the group who is most affected by this. It's the groups that don't feel we deserve to have our holidays recognized that are making it known. But I did find that article, and it didn't take too long. Also, we know there's a big pagan population at UM, but in the world at large, it's very hard to quantify that, because due to prejudice and discrimination, there are still many Wiccans and pagans who won't admit that religious affiliation and be counted in any kind of census, as my prejudice research from last year showed. That says something in itself, but I digress. I don't know what your goal was, Fox News. I don't know if you were just poking fun, or trying to upset people that you don't agree with, or if you really thought that you were speaking factually about a minority group that probably just isn't big enough to even respond. I truly don't know. If by some chance you want to correct yourselves, I invite you to speak to us. I invite you to educate yourselves. Then you can still disagree, and please do, but then you'll know what you're disagreeing with. If you don't care, then the world just continues on the way it always has. You still get airtime, and people still listen to you, and we're still out here doing our thing too. There are far more of us than you think. University of Missouri, I commend you. Thank you all very much for your time. Don't forget to be awesome. Blessed be, and goodbye.